He doesn't. He dropped it. If he holds on believing, that is his own stupidity. What is there to believe? As long as you have life, as long as you are getting the provisions that your God gives you, then surely that is one thing that guarantees or shows that there is, your God is there. The day you die, you still think that there is God? No, you're dead. Your brain is dead. It's shut. The door, the machine is shut. It doesn't think of a master or anything anymore. You know. But if you live on the day, as long as you live, as it said in the Bible, God is the what? The God of the living, not the dead. As long as you live, there is a God. If you don't live anymore, there is no God. It's finished. I'm not saying it. It's there in the Bible. If it's not there in the Quran, I've not found it yet. But the Bible, I'm sure, I've seen it myself. You can check it out. It says, I'm the God of the living. The God of the living. And he talks of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. He doesn't say, I'm a God of the dead. If you live, as long as you're living, maybe it means that Abraham is living. Surely, maybe Abraham has got life and Abraham is still living in a spiritual realm. If you are to believe, that is all you are supposed to believe. That Abraham is still alive. I mean, that is what the resurrection is about. Most people, there are people, even people are believing today that Jesus Christ is alive. Yehoshua is alive. Why? It is according to the faith. I'm not talking according to my own mindset, but according to what it presents here. That is the idea. And so God, if God is claiming that he's a God of the living, God is only there, or God exists as long as you live. As long as God is giving me earth to breathe every day, and my heart is functioning, and my eyes is seeing, and my mouth can talk, and I can listen, then God is providing for me to live. And so as long as I'm living, then there is a God. The day I die, there is no God anymore. It's finished. If I still live after my fleshly go into the ground and I realize I'm still living, I mean, I still have a name, I still live, and God declared me to our people like Abraham has been declared every day. People hold on, Abraham live. And me too, I live, and God tell people that, then I live. But even that, it must be real that I am living. I will know that I'm living. Abraham knows that he's living. If Abraham doesn't know that he's living and he's dead, he's dead. It doesn't matter what people will say. I mean, the reality of him living is what matters. His name is living. Maybe that's what it is. That's what they say, that the name lives. And if your name lives on, out of your generation, then whatever, then you are living. You're not really dead. You're probably dead, but you're living. Because your name lived on. They've named somebody after you. You know. But if he's living in a spiritual realm too, then it makes it even more solid. So I don't expect, anybody in a religious group to be thinking so queer, so low, so little, of what it is, because if God has got his own mouth to speak, I expect in every way that he will speak by his own mouth. He will not use my mouth to speak and put me in an insecure place or sort of a dangerous situation, or a situation where people will see me with an awkward looks and all that. People will sort of undermine my life, and all kinds of things will go on. And not do I see myself exercising some power to stop it, or to be able to bring my life to the position or the place that I want it to be. Whilst I lack, I need so many things. I'm striving, I'm going through all kinds of problems in life. People can deny me of things that I make request of. Then I'm supposed to think that what? God is with me. What sort of wisdom is that? What sort of smart move is that? Or I should join the other group which says that, maybe God is putting you through the test of Job in order to test you. Maybe you're not listening to me. Why would God test me in the first place? If he doesn't know me, then he'll test me. There are spirits out there that are taking control of people's life. And they are not really gods. They are not really God. They are spirits. But we call everything God. As long as it's a spirit, we say it's God. So whatever God is, we don't know it anymore. Nobody knows what God is anymore. Because I understand the idea of God is like pointing to an ultimate source of all humanity, all living things, including the sun and the moon. Everything has come from the Almighty God. That's what we call God. And we realize that even in the books, it is not accepting it as one. They accept it as gods. So it's like all the gods created the things around us. They created the moon and the sun. They have before they used to have the God of the sun, the God of the moon, the God of the passion, the God of passion, the God of lust, the God of whatever. And as I said, that is what that idea is still what has been put in this book. So if they say God, it might be one, but where they translated it from, it is put in plural. So the God being translated into the Bible is plural. But why would they make it God, make it look like it's singular? It's singular in the Bible, but from the original text, it's plural. If you go to the Quran, they speak of plural God. They don't say singular God. So that at least it is the old form, old ways that they used to worship. The idea of the old times when they used to have different gods. It's the same thing that they've put there, but it's like they are blending it together. And the human race is trying to point something to do with, like, they're making God to become one. Like all spirits should become one. The view of a man wishes. The man wishes that all spirits become one. Like all humanity become one. Now, if that is possible, fine. But if not, I don't know. I don't know how that can be. The spirits know better than us, and they know why they split it. If they know better and they know the future, and they would rather come together. They wouldn't need a human. They are creatures. Yeah. We being considered the creatures to put them together. I mean, how dare we? How dare we? Sort of bring your God to get to sort of unification. How are you gonna do? How do we? What power? What right do we have to do that? We dare not do that. But think about it. There is a dangerous and a serious thing around our life. Something that consumes us, that we have to get to the point of it, get to the roots of it, crash it, take it out of our lives. Something which is deceiving us, a deceptive spirit. A deceiving spirit, something sinister going on. We need to get rid of that. We need to put that aside. Something making a fool of us, and we have to get it out. I need you to join to sort of think it, and if you think it and you understand it, I'm sure you will be able to see how necessary, why it is so necessary to move along this line. It's not a joke. If the same spirits are leading people to do so many things that they end up judging other people are being judged and all that, then we have something to deal with. I mean, there isn't a religious group, I don't know, that through the actions that they've got and they're backed by whatever spirit they believe in, isn't judging somebody. Christians are doing it, Muslims are doing it. I mean, in the midst of all these things, whatever characteristics you find yourself, you find yourself developed in your life, whether religious or cultural, whatever way, your way of life even judge somebody every day. And we have to really see that is it right? Should that feel right? Should that be something that you should encourage? I don't think so. This guy is looking at me and saying that whatever came out of my mouth is coming from Jesus. Virtually, that's what he wants to say to me, that Jesus is God. That's a very silly thing to say. He's not thinking about anything else. He's thinking that Jesus is God. Now, I want to ask him, if he's also thinking that there are so many gods, how did he know or came about Jesus? If he's actually a black man from Africa, just like me, and if he at some point did not have the colonial powers coming in to control the country that he probably belonged in, possessing it and shoving all this Jesus stuff into his neck or her neck.